Hey, Hope+Elim, it's Pastor John here with this week's e-news. Hey, I want you to think for a moment about the stories that you love. Maybe it's a movie, a film, a book that you've read, even a TV show. In all of those stories, chances are there's a happy ending, right? You wouldn't love the story unless it ended well. But to get there, there's probably some pain or some difficulty or a journey that had to be taken or even some death for there to be life. There was a process to get to the end of the story. Now the temptation is when you know the story, it'd be a lot easier to just fast forward through the parts that we don't like because we just want to get to the good stuff. We want to get to the happily ever after. Well, that same tension exists in God's story as well. In our biblical story, there is pain and difficulty and sorrow and grief and death and sadness, all that had to be overcome to get to the good parts. Easter is just a couple weeks away, and that is a great ending to the story of Jesus' time here on the earth. But the same tension exists. I think for a lot of us as Christians, we want to fast forward to Easter. But what we miss is some of the most beautiful parts of the gospel, some of the most beautiful parts of the story that have so much to do with the reality of our lives. Because the truth is, we don't always live on the mountaintops of Easter. Some days it doesn't feel victorious, like we've overcome. And so these seasons of the church year, like Palm Sunday coming up here, and Maundy Thursday, and Good Friday, have so much power because we won't understand the power and the gravity of the end of the story until we understand the gravity of what had to be overcome. Mainly Jesus coming to the earth and defeating the power of sin, death, and hell. That's quite a story, but there's so much leading up to Easter that we don't want you to miss. It all starts here in a couple weeks. Palm Sunday is coming up where we talk about Jesus' triumphal entry into his final week here on this earth in Jerusalem. We're going to talk about how Jesus came in as the conquering king and all the misinterpretations of that. Skip ahead a few days, it's Maundy Thursday. Not Monday, Thursday, Maundy, which is from a Latin word, mandatum, which means mandate. Jesus gives us the mandate to love others as he first loved us. That'll be an experiential service. If you've never been to a Maundy Thursday service, this one's going to be very, very different. It's going to be experiential, not just a sitting and receiving, but you get to participate in the story of the Last Supper. The very next day, Good Friday, is on Friday. We've got services at noon and 6 that day, and there's going to be 7 powerful short messages on Jesus' 7 last words from the cross. It is an amazing service that we do not want you to miss. Don't fast forward, don't miss those important days, and then of course it all ends up, the great ending to the story on Easter. Jesus is alive. We have services Saturday, March 30th, Sunday, March 31st. That Saturday, we really want to encourage families, if you've got young kiddos, to check that out. The Kids Easter Extravaganza, egg hunt, scavenger hunt is all happening before that 3 p.m. service, and then right after is our Easter dinner on that Saturday, March 30th. The fun continues with 3 services on Sunday the 31st, 7, 9, and 11. You got your pick. If you're an early riser, would love to see you at the 7 a.m., but 3 great options that day as well. It's going to be a powerful, powerful weekend of celebrating the new life that we have in Jesus. To get ready for that, don't skip over. Spring Workday is coming up as well on Saturday, March 23rd. We'd love to have you and your family for any and all of that day, helping get our building, helping get God's house ready for the thousands of guests that we're going to see during Holy Week. One other great opportunity for you is coming up this Tuesday, March 19th, is a care team interest meeting. You may not know, we have a fantastic volunteer base here at Hope+Elim, and some of those volunteers are on our care team, people to walk alongside, lend a helping hand, pray for those that are in need here on the weekends. If you're interested in that, want to learn more, we would love to see you at the care team interest meeting. It's going to be another great weekend here at Hope+Elim this coming weekend as we continue our journey through Lent. Don't fast forward to the end. It'll be here soon enough. We don't want you to miss it. Can't wait to see you this Sunday.